Yo, what's good? It's your boy Torrance Rudd. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Torrance Rudd Music, where we're going to talk about a wide variety of things. But first, I would like to introduce myself. I am Torrance Rudd. I am a husband. I'm a father. I am a recording artist. I'm a producer. I'm an entrepreneur. And newly, I've just accepted my calling from God. I am a pastor. But we're not going to talk about any of those today. We're going to talk about me being an entrepreneur today, all right? So I want to give a quick testimony about how I left my job, my full-time job with full benefits, city government benefits, insurance, 401k, and how they matched me dollar for dollar. And I left my job in the middle of a pandemic, and I went full-time self-employed. But first, let's get into this intro. Rolling.
Yes. Came from the struggle scene, fiends get smacked down. Grew up playing football next to the crack house. Roaches taking over, you can see them in the background. I seen 12 go and take a whole trap down. This is where I'm from, and no, I am not ashamed. It made me who I am today, I wouldn't change a thing. And yeah, I grew up against poverty, but when I met Jesus, you would think I hit the lottery. I'm a new creature, now I'm doing new thing. I bought a cross so I could wear it with 2 chains.
Alright, we're back. So listen, I know that there's some people who are watching this and you're an entrepreneur, you want to have your own business, or you have your own business and you want to go full time and you just don't know how to do it. Well, I will tell you, the first step is you cannot start a business, or you can't go full time in any business and you don't have this one ingredient here, and it's called faith. Well, me, I am a believer. I believe in God. I believe that God is ordering my steps. And I believe that God has given me the ability to get wealth. So my first thing, I have faith in God. You know, I don't know what you may believe, but I know for me, I believe in God, and I believe that He's ordering my steps. And I can't make any steps without first consulting God, especially something serious as leaving my job when I have a family. I have kids, I have a wife. So the first thing that I did was I sought God. And here's the thing, I was already working for myself, but I was working part-time. So I was working full-time for the company that I worked for, and I was also working part-time for myself. And here's the thing, when you want to be self-employed and you're already self-employed, it's gonna be hard work at first. It's gonna be hard work. You have to be willing to put in the time, you have to be willing to put in the effort, you have to be willing to miss some sleep here and there, to get to where you want to be. And so ultimately, what I was doing, I would go to work on the morning that I had to go to work early. Guess what? When I got out, I would go and work for myself. And for the days that I had to work, that I went into work late, I would get up early in the morning and I would go work for myself. I had to build up my clientele. And so what I did was I was building my clientele while allowing my full-time job to finance my part-time business, my self-employed business. And so I was getting everything into position. And this is a thing that is probably going to be more than one video, because there's several indications that goes into this. But first, number one, I had faith. The second thing I want to tell you is I had a great work ethic. You have to have a great work ethic and be willing to be diligent and consistent in what you're believing God for, or what you're believing that you want to take place in your life. And so after being consistent, I built up clientele, and the business is growing. And now, so I run into the problem. This is the problem that you run into when you're building consistency and you're working 2 jobs. You're working full time for the place you work now, and I was working part time for myself. So here's the problem that I began to run into. Now my business is growing so much, but I don't have time to supply all of my clientele. I don't have time to supply all of my clients because I still have a full-time job obligation. All right. So here is where the faith comes in. So now I'm looking at a decision where I have to turn down clients to be at my full-time job, or do I turn in my resignation and believe in God and believe that God is going to supply my needs, Now, first, here's the thing: you can have faith in God, but faith without works is dead. So you can have faith, but if you're not doing your part, if you're not being diligent, if you're not willing to work hard and willing to sacrifice anything, it won't work out for you. So here's the thing. So I was praying and I was asking God to help me because what was happening there, I was afraid that I was going to start losing clientele because I couldn't service them. Here's the thing: if you can't meet people's demand, they'll go somewhere else. So what I did was I prayed, and God says, son, write down what you need to be able to walk away from your job. So if you don't write it down, the Bible says that without a vision, the people will perish. So I wrote down what it was that I needed to successfully walk away from my job or for my own comfort. And after writing down what I needed, I realized I was already making that. I was already making that, the amount that I needed to walk away. So after writing it down and seeing it on paper, it made sense to me. But at the same time, this is not guaranteed. So that's where the faith comes in. You know, I was working a job that was, boom, I was getting paid every 2 weeks. I had all my full benefits, but I saw greater, and you have to have vision. So these are not in one order. You know, I'm just saying I'm out here as I go, but faith, you need a great work ethic, and you have to have a vision. You have to be able to see. And I'm not talking about natural sight, I'm talking about vision, being able to see beyond where you are right now and being able to see what you want your business to grow to be. And I knew that to get to where my business, get my business to be where I saw it in my mind, I had to have more time. And so I turned in my 2 weeks notice, and I left my job in the middle of a pandemic. And as we sit here today, I'm still self-employed. It's a year later, I'm still self-employed, and I tell you that my business has grown tremendously because I left, because I decided to trust God. I walked in faith, and I worked out the plan that I had written down. Now this is just a small step because I've had several businesses, or have several businesses, but I'm just focusing on how I started one and was able to go full time. So listen, if you have any comments, I want you to comment. If you have any questions, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you share. Hit the bell so you get all of my notifications. But listen, if you don't hear anything else that I had to say before I leave, I want you to know that you can do it. You have to have faith. That's the #1 ingredient. You have to have a work ethic, and you have to have a vision. So listen, any questions you have, leave them for me. Let's talk, let's chop it up. I want to get to know you. Subscribe to my channel because I'm going to have some hot content coming in here every week, baby. So until next time, it's Torrance Rudd. I'll let your boy.